where your group as a whole is at this point?
I don't think we like how we played the run game last year as a defense. So I know we just been trying to be more stout up front and just set a very physical and aggressive mindset. So we just been trying to hold each other to that standard each and every day.
Aaron, what kind of goals do you have for yourself and then your other edge rushers?
For me, myself, just to play 17 games this year. That's my main focus, just to be available for my teammates and just do whatever I can to help us win games. And as far as what's the second question?
Just all the group as a whole.
As a defense or as my unit?
Edge.
Just as an edge, I think just be disruptive. I think the outside linebackers play a very pivotal role in this defense, so we just trying to be the leaders of the defense and make plays. Every day we break it down on playmaker, so that's our mindset, and we believe in it.
Sean mentioned that too, that the outside linebackers play a big role in this defense. What is it about this defense that puts an emphasis on that?
I think maybe just the way Coach VJ uses us in the defense. I think that's a question for the defensive coordinator. I just do my job.
Well, speaking of, how nice is it to have the same defensive staff, mostly but with VJ back?
It's nice. The second year in the season is always better than the first, so I think we've been embracing it and just, like I said, trying to make the corrections from last year and just be better.
Sean was talking about there's some kind of like mental awareness that goes into batting down passes and knowing when you're not going to get to the quarterback. How do you guys talk about that as a defensive line, as an outside rushing group, in terms of techniques or how to work on that element?
Yeah, we do some of the drills in practice. We haven't kind of really started them yet, but those are some things we drill in practice. Obviously, if it's a quick game, you're not going to get there. So, just get your hands up. I think it's just more of a feel thing.
Zach, in particular, seems really good at that. Are there certain things that you think he does well in that area?
No, yeah, Zach is definitely good at that. And, I think that's something the interior is very good at as a whole, just getting your hands up.
Aaron, what's been your impression of Jonah Ellis now with a few months working with him?
Jonah got a lot of natural skill. I think his upside is very high, but like any rookie, there's a learning curve coming from college to the NFL. So I think he just can continue to develop and continue to get better. I'm happy with what I've seen, but obviously I know he has high expectations for himself, and not only him, but our whole unit. So I'm just, like I said, excited to see him keep growing.
What was the most challenging aspect of that learning curve for you when you came into the league, or really, I guess, year two?
I think the biggest thing was switching from inside to outside. The inside, you're 5 yards off the ball, kind of, versus edge, you're right there with somebody in your face. So just kind of learning how to just that change up, and I think just learning how to, get off the ball. Inside you have time to read. Outside you don't have that much time to read. You have to be kind of very decisive. So just getting reps of that, that was the biggest thing to help me, and I think that'll be something that helped Jonas too. Just getting reps. The more reps you get, the better you'll get.
Aaron, can you talk about your relationship with Jonathan Cooper and how you guys, how your camaraderie kind of forms your relationship off the line?
Oh yeah, that's my dog. I played with him 4 years at Ohio State, so I think just being at a place like Ohio State together and going through that hard training and then making it out on the other side, I think we just able to hold each other to that standard and not afraid to hurt one another's feelings if we don't live up to that standard. And he know how to push my buttons. I know how to push his buttons. So, I'm grateful to have him as a teammate, and it's very rare you get to play with somebody from your college.
How much experimenting do you get to do this time of year, especially like with the defensive ends, just in terms of how you want to rush off each other, how you communicate, all of that?
I think it's just the time you learn to rush as a D-line. This is a perfect time for us just to learn how to rush together. We meet together. You ask the guy who's to your side, what you're thinking on this play and film. So you just kind of get a feel for it when that scenario pops up on the practice field or in the game. And just creating that dialogue I think is the biggest thing. And asking questions. So.
Aaron, you've got a back-to-school drive on Sunday. Can you tell us a little more about it?
Don't hold it against me if I can't say too much because I've been focused on training camp. So my publicist and my agent's kind of been doing a lot of the leg work, and my mom. But we're going to have a big event out here Sunday, I believe, up there in the parking lot. We're going to have a Kona ice machine, some jump houses. We're going to be donating backpacks, I think over 150 backpacks for the kids for the upcoming school year with supplies and a bunch of different things. But just trying to get the kids excited for going back to school and obviously helping out families who might not be fortunate enough to buy their kids the supplies they need for school. So just trying to do what I can to help out my community here in Denver.
All right, Eric, thank you.
Thank you. You have a good one.